You are now tuned in to Peach State TV, where any gym is home. www.peachstatehoops.com. Enjoy the show. And we're back for another episode of InsideTheJumpOffPlus.com today. My man, Director of Scouting, Kyle Moore. I'm Brandon Clay. We got a special guest with us here just in time for the WNBA Finals. Kyle and I had a chance to be at Game 2 right there on the floor watching the Atlanta Dream advance over the New York Liberty. Angel McCoughtry with a big-time performance, 42 on less than 25 field goal attempts. She made a living at the line. Just a great game. We've brought in one of our resident experts, now is in the medical field, but still a huge women's basketball fan. Might know more about all of this than Kyle and I do. His name is Anton Webb. He's going to Vanderbilt Medical School, and you'll hear me refer to him as Doc for the remainder of the segment. Doc, how you doing?
I'm
good. Good. Hey, no problem, man. You hear that, man? Studying for a test. You got to love this guy, man. We're going to talk a little about the WNBA Finals. Doc, talk to us about your thoughts with some of the matchups between Seattle and Atlanta. Just share kind of what you're thinking with the public, man.
So, at the point of opposition between Sue Bird and Shaylin winning, I think it's no question. You have Sue Bird winning that matchup hands down. But you also have the Miller twins coming off the bench to match up against Sue Bird, so that might be really interesting. I believe Coco Miller is the one, or Kelly Miller is the one with the most experience, having played with Phoenix Mercury and guided them to their 2007 championship. So she has playoff experience and she knows what to do in big game situations. So the point guard matchup is going to be interesting, but I think Sue Bird wins that at the end of the day. As far as the wing guard positions, you have Tanisha Wright and Twin Cash playing for Seattle, and you have Zane Castro Marquez and Angel McCoughtry playing for the Atlanta Dream. I think out of those four players, Angel McCoughtry hands down is the best offensive talent, and maybe even the best defensive talent. I think, let's see, it's going to be a really interesting matchup because she's really skinny. So, Swin Cash and Tanisha Wright, if they're physical with her, I think they can limit what she normally does. However, if they're too physical with her, she can get back to the free throw line like she did the other night, going 17 for 21. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they guard her. Now, in the first two matchups of the season that they had with her, I think she only scored 14 points in both games, which is below her season average. Yep. And so this is going to be really interesting to see how they guard her. And I guess the same thing kind of goes with Castro Marquez. She's also really slender. And I think if you get physical with her, you can kind of knock her off of her repetition and her rhythm and what she likes to do. So Tanisha Wright is a really good defensive guard. I think she was on the offensive team this year for Seattle and in the WNBA. And so it's going to be really interesting to see how she guards Castro Marquez and Angel McCoughtry and who they have matched up against them. She's a really physical 5'11" guard from Penn State. I think even there she might have gotten defensive this year, a couple of years in a row. And so she's going to have to play some more defense to kind of get Seattle to do what they want to do. Moving further along into the front court, you have Camille Little and Lauren Jackson playing at power forward and center or in the low post positions against Sancho Little and Erica De Souza. De Souza and Little, height-wise, they're about the same height as Lauren Jackson. But Camille Little is a little undersized at 6'2" against the 6'4" and the 6'5" players for the Atlanta Dream. So it's going to be interesting to see if she can maybe use her quickness to play against them and maybe get a shot off and see what she does and how she guards those much taller players, because they're not only taller, they're also really athletic. So her quickness is negated, I guess. Lauren Jackson is Lauren Jackson. She's one of the top 3 players in the world. I think the other two being Diana Taurasi and Lauren and Candace Parker. With maybe Kathy Pondexter coming behind those three, but and Angel McCoughtry in the discussion. But Lauren Jackson is one of the top 3 players in the world, and I don't think that the front court of Atlanta will be able to do all that much to stop her from doing what she wants to do. She can post up down low, and then on the next position, she can go out and shoot the 3-pointer with accuracy. Like I saw a game where she shot 3 in a row, I believe, against Phoenix, and they were just completely demoralized. And as a Phoenix Mercury fan, I was kind of demoralized. So, let's see.
That's great stuff right there, Doc. Now, would you not? I know you probably would. Would you include Tamika Catchings in that discussion as one of the best players in the world, man?
I would. I would. I definitely would. She's kind of further along down the list. She's a very complete, versatile player, but I think just in terms of pure offense and being able to be to get the shots you want, I think those other players they might be a bit ahead of her.
Makes sense. Now, how would, in terms of Lauren Jackson's skill set, obviously she can shoot the 3, and like you said, she can back you down. But what's the thing about Lauren Jackson that really sets her apart? You know, you mentioned her in conjunction with a couple other wing players. You know, even Candace Parker, who struggled with some injuries, her latest one being a surgery now on a torn meniscus. What is it that separates Lauren Jackson in terms of this series from some of those other post players in the world? What makes her so effective?
I think it's just her versatility. Like, even when you talk about Candace Parker doesn't shoot perimeter shots as well as, say, a Lauren Jackson. I think that's still a part of her game that she needs to work on a lot. Or maybe not a lot, but that still needs development. Whereas Lauren Jackson's a much more complete post player than a lot of what you see in today's game. And I actually read an article the other day mentioning how she's the future of the post player, and I agree with that assessment.
No.
I think that.
No, I definitely agree with that. So, I mean, looking ahead now, we've got 5 games, the first 2 in Seattle, the next 2 in Atlanta, and the 5th one back in Seattle if need be. Your predictions coming from the great Doc Webb. What's your prediction on the series, games, who wins what, who wins each game? How far does it go?
Both of these teams are really defensively minded, so it's going to be interesting to see who can score against who, but I think that when the ball is in Sue Bird's hands, she's going to make a lot of great things happen for her team. She's going to give them the shots that they need. She's going to take the big shots when needed. I think because of her, the combination of the big 3 of Swin Cash, Sue Bird, and Lauren Jackson, I think they win the series against Angel McCoughtry and Castro Marquez.
Good stuff, man. Well, we'll agree. As always, Anton Webb, a.k.a. Doc, a.k.a. the man that will save your life. We appreciate you being on with us, man. Look forward to seeing you next weekend for Elite Basketball Academy All-American Camp, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.